Quaid Azam, Part 217. The League, by putting their indictment in print in the form of a book and circulating it widely while the Congress held office, scored a propaganda success. These communal rights marked the beginning of the large-scale Muslim alienation, not just in UP but elsewhere too, correspondingly simultaneously strengthening the League's claim to speak for the Muslims. The reason these rights proved to be a decisive factor lay not so much in their spread or intensity as in the political context in which they had occurred. UP, though not new to the prolonged and widespread communal violence, was not central now. What gave these rights of 1937-39 altogether a new dimension was the presence of a Congress government in the province for the first time ever, and also when almost every elected Muslim was sitting in the opposition. Every incident of the communal violence therefore became an indictment of Congress and its presumed bias. Decidedly, a coalition government would not have totally eliminated such communal writing, but it would then have settled the Muslim League too, with responsibility besides a large representative of Muslim component jointly in office, would certainly have made the government less vulnerable to the charges of sectarian prejudice. As things stood, the political context in which Muslims in the United Provinces experienced this round of communal writing made the prospects of the non-sectarian approach near impossible. The Congress, partly in reaction and partly as a corrective, then launched a mass Muslim contact campaign. This was their last serious attempt to mobilize Muslims in a joint struggle against colonial rule. All this was based on Nehru's set of assumptions, but without adequately taking into account the presence of Muslim League in opposition, also of the great complexity of the communal problems which had by then come to prevail. Sadly for the Congress, this mass contact program too resulted in a further accenting of the Jinnah's Muslim support. No doubt Jawaharlal Nehru and other protagonists of this program faced numerous difficulties, amongst which stood the stout resistance of Jinnah, lukewarm support of their own party, the Congress colleagues, and the communal animosities manifest in the writing. However, these problems were neither new nor insurmountable, as Nehru's own post-elections assessment of the communal situation had propounded earlier. Despite all these unearned gains, the Muslim League suffered from several shortcomings. It was divided and comparatively disorganized, and Jinnah did not still command the total allegiance of the powerful provincial groups of Punjab, the UP, and Bengal. The aspect too placed Jinnah's outburst against mass contact and the League's endeavors to arrest the progress of that program in the correct perspective. The Congress soon lost heart, and whatever little steam and stamina the party had for this reach out to the Muslim endeavor, the mass contact campaign family petered out. This allowed Jinnah yet again to take advantage of the deteriorating communal relations to rally Muslims around himself as the sole savior and hope for a separate Muslim homeland. In retrospect, it would seem as if this precondition for recognition of the Muslim League as the one and the only organization of the Muslim was assaulted by Jinnah so as to avoid coming to the negotiation table.